Morning. Okay. Welcome to Room of Therapy. This is Lawanda. Today, real quick, we're going to talk about listening as our morning motivation. A lot of times we don't listen the best when we're talking to other people. We tend to overtalk and we tend to listen to respond. That's all a result of being neglected. Okay, not being heard when we were children, not being emotionally reinforced, not being taught that our feelings matter, our experiences matter. And it's not a dig at parents or anything like that. A lot of our parents had to work way too much and way too hard, and they just couldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? So we developed bad listening because our inner child is constantly screaming to be heard. So when we get into our partnerships and our relationships, we don't listen the best because we're still wanting our own healing from the things that we've experienced in the past. So we kind of carry those things over into our future relationships, and it makes us horrible listeners. Okay. It makes us, like I said, overtalk people and listen to kind of respond instead of listening to understand their experience. That can also get you into a lot of relationships where all you have is people that want to call and just talk, 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 talk. Because you got to think, if you have a good partner or good friendships and people who actually listen to your concerns and kind of help you through what you're going through and be there as an understanding ear, then you don't normally overtalk other people. You kind of let them do what they're going to do. They give their story or their vent or whatever, and you're able to kind of just listen and let it be a vent or give them guidance or whatever. But when we're telling everybody every single thing that happened to us, we're not talking to people themselves who are good listeners. See, you have to, I would say, find a good listener to learn how to become a good listener. I normally encourage us to lead ourselves in every aspect, and you can lead yourself in that way also. But it takes one good person for you to really understand what's happening when they're just listening to you and not like love bombing you or like trauma bonding with you. They're not cutting you off. They're literally letting you talk. And then when you get done, they're like, so, what do you think is going to help the next time? Or what do you think you need to change? Or do you think it's still a safe space in that relationship? They fully listen to you. And for the first time, you'll see what it feels like to actually be heard, and for not for somebody to come in and try to solve all your problems, because the whole time you was talking, all they was doing was coming up with solutions. I struggled with that, right? But that was also a lot of the relationships where people was calling me too much with their problems. So I had to cut that shit off so that I didn't feel like, okay, hurry up and get this done so I can say the same thing I've said to you 5 times. I started to distance myself from those relationships because it made me feel like I wasn't being a good listener when I'm clearly a good listener, because everybody wants to tell me everything that's going on, okay? So, a lot of the times we spending too much time talking to too many people about too much of our shit. You really only need 1 or 2 solid people to talk to about your problems, people that don't take on the weight of what you have going on, but have the ability to listen to you and let you vent or offer constructive criticism or whatever it is that you intend on that individual giving you back when you're done. Also, be clear in your intention. If you're going to call somebody and you need to vent, you need to talk about what's going on, or you need help, you need to identify that at the beginning. Give them an opportunity to say, no, it's not a good time to talk. Yes, I got time to talk. Yes, I got like 30 minutes. Do you actually need me to just be here for you to listen and vent and crack jokes, or do you need me to like help you figure this shit out? Give them the courtesy, because listening takes a lot. People hearing your problems and hearing what you got going on, that takes a lot out of them. But you wouldn't know that because you're just like a wounded warrior, okay, who's just looking for somebody to like hug your inner child and tell your inner child they're safe and tell you can trust yourself and help you look back at all that you've done and everything you've come through that has gotten you to the point where you're at. You know what I'm saying? We get on social media, not we, y'all. I'm going to separate Y'all get on social media every day and talk about all of the most personal shit that's involving you. That's a sign of neglect. That's a sign of a person that doesn't trust that their feelings within themselves are enough to make a decision without the approval of the entire world or validation from the entire world. These are just signs of neglect. Okay. So we've all experienced neglect. Okay. If your parents wasn't able to stay home with you 24/7 and all y'all bills get paid on time, we've just experienced it. Again, this is not about the parents. This is not about anything they did wrong, shit they had to work. This is just something that we as a collective have experienced. Okay, so don't hide away from it. Know that it's true, and know that you need to find people who are able to listen to you so that you can learn how to be a listening ear also to the people who trust you with their stuff. All right, so the lesson is find somebody that's a good listener. You know, somebody just popped in my head, and it's so crazy because I don't even think I've ever talked to this lady about anything personally, but I just think she's a sweetheart. I'm not going to say her name because, but find you, there are older Black women. Y'all listen, older Black women, if you tell them, listen, I just need to vent, or I just need, they are there. They might not be in the places where you think they should be, but there are people that you can talk to who will show you what good listening skills are, and then just put it in your intention to become that type of person, to become that type of listener, to have those type of abilities, so that then you can start deciphering what you should and shouldn't be telling people, and what you should and shouldn't be allowing people to talk to you about. That's a whole nother thing. All right, I love y'all. Happy Sunday. Have a good day. See my little black. Time to put up some decorations. I'll see y'all later. Bye.